Climate change has seriously affected Bangladesh. It has caused flooding all over the country. The flooding causes crops to be swept away or covered with feet of water, rendering them useless and killing the crops. Area for crop growth is limited due to high freshwater levels and extremely muddy soil. Without access to farmed foods, the Bangladeshi people have no other food sources and are starving and extremely malnourished. All plants need certain growing conditions, but the most important thing to take into account is photosynthesis. This process takes in light energy, CO2 from the air, and water to create glucose, energy, and a byproduct of O2, which then the plants then release. If areas are too hot, the plants cannot open their stomatases for photosynthesis due to the fear of water loss, so plants planted in Bangladesh need to have adapted to this. In Bangladesh, there are high quantities of coconut trees, which are vital to one of our suggested solutions, which is to crack coconuts in half and use them as floating planters. These are free and sustainable. The coconuts float as long as not too much soil is added. Using sticks found nearby, create barricades for the coconut planters and/or use sticks to support them. This will prevent them from floating away. When floods happen, the coconuts will float to the surface, keeping the plants safe. Over time, the coconuts will absorb minimal amounts of water through their exterior. This will self-water the plants. If the coconuts are too old and heavy from water, it is necessary to transplant the plants to a new coconut in order to prevent them from sinking. For the plants to grow successfully within the coconuts, they must have shallow roots and be able to withstand high amounts of water. Our second solution involves growing on top of huts or houses. In Bangladesh, it is common to see houses with roofs made of straw. This solution involves putting a layer of soil on top of a layer of straw and planting plants in the soil, then placing more straw around the plants on the roof to secure everything. Since the plants are planted on top of the houses, the water levels from floods will not affect the plants. It is also crucial to plant the plants on the edges of the roof to be able to water them and access them with ease. The plants needed for this solution also must have fairly shallow roots and be able to handle direct sunlight in high heat. Overall, both solutions are cost-effective and utilize the materials found nearby. In order for it to be effective, the plants must be nutrient-packed in order to sustain the Bangladeshi people. Having two different solutions makes a higher probability of success.